Welcome to my channel. My name is Kiara Nicole, and this is the Kiara Nicole Way, a place for DIY entrepreneurs to gain brand mentorship and content creation tips, tricks, advice, guidance, and resources. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick around. Today, I'm sharing with you my 4-step content creation process that I use for all of my social media planning. I get a lot of questions about how to plan content, how to schedule content, how to batch content, all of those things. So I decided to create a video to answer all of those questions. We all know content creation can be an extremely draining process, but we also know that if we're an entrepreneur of any type, a business owner, or if we're building a brand, we need content. So this 4-step process will help you. It'll make your content creation process a lot easier. So let's get ready to create some content. Before we get started, you will need a few items. The first item you'll need is a notebook of some sort. This is where you will write down all of the planning, all of your content ideas, etc. The second item you will need is a planner or calendar. I would prefer it to be a physical calendar or a physical planner. It just helps to write things out. And then lastly, you will need whatever you use to create your content, whether that's editing your videos or creating your branded graphics, whether that's your computer or your phone, you will need that handy. Step 1 of the 4-step content creation process is planning, of course. Now, this is also the most tedious part because it requires a lot of brain power. I start my planning by reviewing my strategy to ensure that I'm staying on top of my social media goals. I'm not drifting off. I'm staying focused and creating content based on what my goals for social media is. If you don't have a content strategy, you want to create one before you start doing any type of planning because it just makes the process a lot easier. There are 3 parts of step 1. So the first part is to write out your content pillars or content buckets. Content pillars are just themes that you use to organize your content. They can be super specific, such as if you're a fitness brand, creating nutrition advice content pillars, and a lot of your content falls under that pillars. Or if you're someone like me, they can be very broad, such as inform, entertain, educate, and then all of your content can fall under those. The second part of planning is to write out or create a monthly theme. Now, you don't have to do this part of the planning process, but I just find that it's a little bit easier if you theme your months. That way, you're not just posting tips one day on one topic and then switching another topic just because it fits in your brand. I find that by creating a theme, you just stay on topic a little more and it just helps the content creation process flow by. So for February, my content theme is For the Love of Content. And I chose this because it's February, it's Valentine's Day month, it's the month of love, and I wanted to come up with a creative way to put out my ideas. So there we have it. That's my content theme. Again, you don't have to have one, but I do find it helpful. And the last part of step 1 is to brain dump. Write out all of your ideas, any ideas that will fall under your content pillars, any ideas that will fall under your theme. Just write it down, get it all out. Step 2 of my content planning process is organizing. This is where you move your content into a calendar-like format or create your content calendar. I know you probably hear that a lot. Create a content calendar, create a content calendar. So once you have looked at your content pillars and looked at your theme and did a brain dump, you will now have your ideas of what you're going to post for that month. Now is the time in step 2 to organize everything. This is where that physical planner comes in handy because you can write down everything for each date. Now you can use something like Trello, which I use, and I'm also going to show you guys my Trello board and just show you what it looks like. You can organize either way, but like I said, when you're first initially planning, you want to make sure you just have that there to write down. You can do both if you'd like, or you could just write it down in calendar format, or again, like I said, do both. So that is your organizing step, and that's pretty much all that is required for the organizing part. Step 3 of my content planning process is batching. This is where you take 1 to 2 to 3 days out of the month and create a lot of content in one day. Now, I create a lot of different content. I create long form videos for YouTube, short form videos for my Instagram, and also branded graphics. So I like to split up my batching in a couple of different days. You can do it however you want. You can maybe batch for only a week, batch for 2 weeks, or batch for the whole month. But the idea is that by batching, you take the load off of daily social media work, which means creating the post, editing the post, and posting it that day all in one day. Batching eliminates all of that. And the last step in my content planning process is scheduling. Now, scheduling helps so much. If you schedule your content, that means you know what day it's being posted, what time, the caption, the hashtags, everything. There are a ton of websites and apps that you can use to schedule your content that not only help you schedule it, but also auto-publish it as well. Now, the con of using these type of apps such as Planoly, Later, Buffer, Hootsuite, there are literally a ton. The con of using those types of programs is that you can't auto-publish long form videos and you can't auto-publish carousel posts. So there will be some manual publishing that still has to go into your process, but with the scheduler and being able to auto-publish single posts and short video content, it takes again a lot of weight and load off of daily social media work. So I know that was a lot, so let's go ahead and recap this 4-step process. Step 1, you have planning. This is where you plan out all of your ideas for the month. Step 2, you have organizing. This is where you take those ideas that you just organized and put them into a calendar-like format. Step 3, you have batching. This is where you create all of your content in 1 or 2 days and it's just done. And the last step is scheduling. This is where you schedule your content to be posted, the date, the time, the caption, and the hashtags. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, welcome to my new subscribers. I see you, I see you, I see you. Let me know in the comments below what type of videos you want to see regarding content creation and regarding brand mentorship. I hope you guys took something from this video. Let me know if you plan on using this 4-step process to create your content. I will see you on my next video. Peace.